Meanwhile, the House returns to Washington next week with just about 2 weeks of legislative days left before the August recess. Republicans in the House discussing a third reconciliation package, but the Senate in no hurry to pass any additional policy packages. John Thune told me they simply do not have the votes. Joining me now is Florida Senator Rick Scott. He serves on the Senate Budget Committee. Senator, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. You know, the president has been frustrated because the Senate keeps holding up key priorities. What is the problem with the Senate in passing the president's agenda?
Well, we got to keep working. We got to work more hours. If we have to get rid of recesses, we get rid of recesses. I mean, the president's busting his butt every day. The guy, I don't think he takes a vacation. He works every day. We got to do the exact same thing to get his agenda accomplished.
Senator Thune told me he doesn't have the votes. Who in the Senate does not want to extend or execute President Trump's agenda?
Well, I think, look, it's work to bring everybody together, but we have to, if we can't pass something one way, we got to look at it the other way. Take like the Save America Act. Let's break it down. Maybe we can just pass voter ID right now, or just that you can't be, you have to be an American citizen to register to vote. Let's take the votes and see where they are and try to bring people together. That's how you do it in business. I'm a business guy. That's what we do. You find out what everybody's issues are and you try to solve them.
And so the confirmation hearing for the Director of National Intelligence, Jake Clayton, was canceled this week. President Trump was concerned over getting Clayton's replacement in place for the Southern District of New York's U.S. Attorney role. The delay threw a wrench into the FISA extension talk, Senator. We have millions of foreign visitors in the country right now for the World Cup. Should we be concerned about the lapse in security and the failure to get FISA across the finish line?
Well, the FBI continues to have the right to do what they want to do right now. But look, we've got to come together on this. We've got to extend the ability to surveil foreigners, but let's make sure we don't surveil Americans. I've been surveilled. They stole under Biden, they surveilled me. They stole my tax returns, released them. Nobody, Booz Allen, who did it, didn't get held accountable. Under Clinton, when I fought Hillary Care, they targeted my company. So this stuff goes on. Let's be realistic. Americans should not be surveilled.
No, of course. But when would you expect a resumption of the FISA extension then?
Well, first off, they're continuing to be able to surveil foreigners. What's frustrating to me is nobody ever gets held accountable. This is the federal government. Nobody gets held accountable. I think it'll get done. But we got to bring people together. We got to start talking about it. Find out what the issues are for everybody.
And what are the issues in your view?
Well, if you can't, somebody's got to get held accountable. I mean, under Biden, supposedly 3 million Americans got surveilled. Okay, did anybody get fired? No one. All right, so hold somebody accountable. I mean, and if you need to, let's have some outside authorization, a warrant requirement or something. I mean, but we're just going to say, no, we're not going to change anything, but we know it's happened and nobody gets held accountable. That's not the right way to govern.
Well, we're still waiting on accountability from the Russia collusion story, which ripped the country apart. We never had any accountability for that. So are you referring to the DOJ?
Absolutely. I mean, we got to hold people accountable. I mean, what's frustrating to me is you see people in the federal government, and there's wonderful people who work in the federal government. But when somebody does something wrong, they can't be there. You don't get moved to someplace else. You've got to leave. If you're not doing your job in business, you lose your job. The same thing has to happen in the federal government. You're not guaranteed a job for life. Yeah.
Well, look, Senator, you're asking the Trump administration to strip far-left activist group Code Pink's tax-exempt status over alleged ties to China. This group, Code Pink, describes itself as pacifists, but they're often seen dragged out of Capitol Hill in hearings. They're very activist. What made you look into this group, and tell us about it?
Well, first off, they're funded by Russia and China, right? And they're an activist group. They come and protest me all the time. They went down to Cuba to support the Cuban regime. So they're not a organization that's out there, just being a pacifist organization, just doing nice things. No, they come to hearing when Marco Rubio spoke at Foreign Relations the other day and screaming at the top of their lungs. I mean, it's China and Russia in the Capitol attacking us, harassing us. They shouldn't have a tax-exempt status.
And you're also making headlines this morning for demanding a Kanye West concert at a taxpayer-funded stadium be canceled. Tell us about that.
Well, Kanye West adores Hitler. I mean, Maria, this is crazy. Kanye West adores Hitler, sells clothes with swastikas, is anti-Semitic, and a public venue in Tampa Bay, Florida, decides to have him come and give a concert. Jews pay for it. The Jews in Tampa are paying for this. They pay their taxes, and they're going to bring somebody in to attack Jews? This is the craziest thing in the world. I have a petition going on right now. You can go to change.org. You can get on at Sin Rick Scott, S-E-N Rick Scott on X to sign up. We've had thousands of people sign up. This has to get canceled.
Okay, well, we'll watch that. But, Senator, look, you're an elected official, and you have been a supporter of President Trump and the agenda, his agenda. What more can you do to get his agenda across the finish line, like the Save America Act, for one, and the Clarity Act, also hung up?
What you have to do is I've got to use my position as a U.S. Senator, be vocal about it every day, talk to my colleagues every day, try to make sure we stay up here in D.C. to get this done. Look, here's the way I look at it. We have to get these things done. The president's busting his butt every day, right? He's trying to protect us, make us safe, all right? And then he's got things we got to do to improve our economy. We've got to help him.
Yeah, and how can you help him?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be vocal about it. I'm going to vote to do everything I can. I'm going to say we need to stick around to get this stuff done.
Yeah.
So that's what I can do.
What about the third reconciliation package? The Defense Department needs money after this war. They're asking for $350 supplemental. The president wants a $1.5 trillion defense budget. I mean, that could go into a third reconciliation package, along with efforts to cut down fraud and abuse. Along with Claudia Tenney had just said she would like to see some tax cuts that got left on the cutting room floor for the big, beautiful bill. Do you see any realistic opportunity to get a third reconciliation package done before the midterm elections? And if that means before the August recess, I mean, you got 2 weeks before the August recess, so that doesn't seem likely. What do you think?
If we come together and say we want to get this done, we have plenty of time to do it. It's all a decision to get this done. On top of that, Maria, the Democrats are going to shut down government October 1. We have to, whether we fund it through reconciliation or through a continuing resolution, remember, everything will get shut down again. This will be the 4th time in 2 years by the Democrats. So we've got to figure out how to fund the government, like just how do we fund ICE and CBP through reconciliation. So we were going to have to do something. Our government will be shut down because the Democrats think it's good, it's in their best interest to win in November.
So you think we're seeing another government shutdown on the horizon before the midterms, then?
Absolutely. October 1, government will shut down unless the Republicans, we come together and fund government through a continuing resolution, through reconciliation, something, and we need to get started on it now.
Senator, do you find it odd that the Democrats stick together no matter what the story is? They're always in alignment. You don't see infighting within the Democrat Party, and yet the Republicans, you have to beg to come together.
Well, partially, Republicans by nature are independent. The way this is supposed to work, we're supposed to represent our states. But look, Republicans in the Senate want to come together to get things done. We are going to continue to work hard to get the president's agenda done, and I'm optimistic all these things will happen.
Okay, great. We'll be watching your work, Senator. Great to see you this morning. Thank you so much. Senator Rick Scott in Florida.
Maria.
All right, thank you, sir. We'll be right back.